This is the AI News Flash for July 10th, midnight UTC. First up, Fidji Simo, OpenAI's #2 executive and CEO of applications, announced she is stepping down from her full-time role. Simo disclosed a relapse of a neuroimmune condition in April and went on medical leave. She says the leave has proven longer and harder than expected, and she will transition to a part-time advisory position. The former Instacart chief led that company through its 2023 IPO and previously ran the Facebook app at Meta. Since May 2025, she reported directly to Sam Altman, overseeing OpenAI's business and product operations, with COO Brad Lightcap, CFO Sarah Fryer, and Chief Product Officer Kevin Weil reporting to her. No successor has been named, though TechCrunch notes that Denise Dresser, the former Slack CEO who became Chief Revenue Officer in December, could see her role expand. The shakeup comes as OpenAI weighs an IPO and trails Anthropic in the enterprise market. Next, the New York Times and more than a dozen other publishers asked a federal court to sanction OpenAI, alleging the company withheld evidence central to their copyright lawsuits. Thursday's filing, joined by the Daily News, the Chicago Tribune, Ziff Davis, and the Center for Investigative Reporting, accuses OpenAI of violating court rules and acting in bad faith during discovery. In an April deposition, an OpenAI engineer reportedly revealed that the company had already searched its training data for copyrighted journalism, built a database of about 78 million de-identified ChatGPT conversations to gauge infringement, and used a toolset called Project Giraffe to track regurgitation and outputs shortly after the lawsuit was filed. The publishers want the court to bar OpenAI's 20 million chat log sample as evidence and to make the company pay their legal fees. OpenAI spokesperson Drew Pusateri denied the allegations, saying the Times is trying to access private user conversations as its case weakens. Third, Chinese chipmaker Nexchip Semiconductor raised $890 million in a Hong Kong share sale and begins trading today, according to Bloomberg. The Hefei-based company is China's third-largest pure-play foundry. It sold 216.2 million shares at $32.30 Hong Kong dollars each. The top of the offer range, Nexchip was founded in 2015 as a joint venture between Hefei's government investment arm and Taiwan's Powerchip. About 53.6% of the proceeds will fund research and development on its 22-nanometer platform, along with production tied to AI-related demand. The company is also building a $5.1 billion Phase 4 plant in Hefei, designed to produce 55,000 wafers a month at the 28 and 40 nanometer nodes. Hong Kong's listing boom keeps rolling. Deloitte forecasts roughly 160 new listings in 2026, raising at least 300 billion Hong Kong dollars, driven largely by AI and semiconductor companies. The debut is a fresh test of investor appetite for Chinese chipmakers. Finally, researchers at Germany's GFZ Helmholtz Center for Geosciences used AI to uncover dozens of previously undetected slow slip events on California's San Andreas Fault. The study, led by Dr. Zahra Zali, with collaborators at Stanford University and Earthscope, was published Thursday in the journal Nature Communications. The team applied a deep learning autoencoder to borehole strain meter data and identified dozens of short-duration slow slip events at shallow depths beneath the Parkfield section. Quiet movements that release stress over hours. It is the first catalog of such events built from continuous strain meter observations there. The researchers also found that low-frequency earthquake activity increases after these events, suggesting slow slip helps modulate seismicity. That gives scientists a new window into the earthquake cycle on one of the world's most closely watched faults. That's all for this AI News Flash.